All right, guys, driving in traffic, I noticed one thing. Can you see the church adverts? Just look at them as you're driving around. I wanted to now ask, why are there no mosque adverts? Let's talk about this. Why are there no mosque adverts? Look at that. You can see on every street light pole there is a church advert. It's been like that all the way up until here. Nigeria has 50% of its population Muslim and the other 50% Christian. The question is, how come the Christians are the only ones advertising? Or how else do you explain so much advertisement? Don't Muslims too want people to be saved? Don't Muslims want you to practice Islam? So how come there's so much Christian advertisement? Look at it. Church advertisements everywhere. Have you ever seen a mosque billboard like this? I'm just asking. Have you ever seen something like this for a mosque? Let's think about it. We have mosques. We even have a huge central mosque here in Lekki. How come we never have billboards for mosques? Don't Muslims also want to preach their religion and evangelize? It's a question I'm asking. Look, as we approach this junction, it's literally riddled with church advertisement. Look here. This is a huge billboard for a church. I'm going to zoom in as we get closer. Look at it. Act like a lady, think like a boss. And you see it. Sunday, Saturday 5th. That's another church advertisement. If you look further ahead, you can see Mojoyemade, another church advertisement. You can see that right there. Have you ever bothered to ask yourself this question? Why is there so much church advertisement? And I think I have the answer to it. It's because the church system in Nigeria is not a faith anymore. This, in my humble opinion, has nothing to do with Christ or salvation or God. This is a business. The way church is advertised, that is also church right there, by the way. Don't get it twisted. It's still church. This Sunday, Bojoyemade is still church. If these people were not making money, would they advertise like this? Would so much energy be put into religion if it wasn't making money? Ask yourself, do you really think all this is because of God? Think about it. Nigeria, let's think. This is an office. Just look around. Everywhere you have church advertisements. On the left, on the right. Is this really God? You can see that church billboard in the background. Can we just remove our minds from the bias and actually think about this? Let's think about this, Nigeria. Look at this huge billboard. Just look at all that. Get on this street. There are churches everywhere. There's this church right here on the left. Look at another church advertisement. Just look at it right there. I'm zooming in. This is still church advertisement. You can see Healing Streams as church advertisement. This right here is a church. At the end of the street is a huge Christ Embassy church. Let's remember that 50% of Nigeria's population is Muslim. And we have never seen a Muslim billboard, or at least not in Lagos. Just look around you. Church advertisement everywhere. Now, my question is, does this reflect in our lives as Nigerians? And if you think it reflects, tell me how. Are we better people than those countries that don't have church billboards everywhere? Are we wealthier than them? Are we healthier than them? Are we even happier than them? 1 John chapter 4 verse 8 says, those who do not know love do not know God. Do Nigerians love one another? Just look right there. Even the minor ones still have their advertisements going on. And the question now is, with so many church adverts everywhere, are we really more moral than people who don't have these advertisements? Are we holier? Are we better people? Do we even love one another? It's impossible to be a Christian if you don't love. And one of the first things you notice when you come to Nigeria is that there's no love. Just religion, just church, billboards, advertisements, 3 services here and 5 services there. What do we have to show for all this? Maybe I'm wrong. You could help me out in the comment section. Tell me, are we better than those who don't have all these things? Is our economy better? Is it easier to live in Nigeria than to live in those parts of the world? You see, when you go to countries that have no religion, the first thing you notice is the presence of God. You have leaders who love the people. You have people who love one another. You have societies that work. They're not based on the government, they're based on the people. Because the government always comes from the people. Our government was not imported from Chad or from Canada. Our government consists of Nigerians like you and I, who have the same values as you and I. Those complaining about how bad the government is are only waiting to get there, and when they get there, you see that they could be even worse. One of the first things you notice when you come to Nigeria is the absence of love. Galatians chapter 5 verse 14. All the laws of Moses, all 613 of them, can be compiled into love your neighbor as yourself. Do Nigerians really love their neighbors as themselves? That's the most important teaching of Christ. Love. And that's the first thing that's absent. So in my humble opinion, allow me to say, it's nothing more than just a business. Yes, in my opinion, church in Nigeria is a business.